Let's quickly review the three sentence types that we've covered so far. So we have a simple sentence. What's a simple sentence? One independent clause. I cleaned the house and washed the dishes again today. Why is that an independent clause, just one? Because I only have one subject right here. I have and, but it's just connecting a list of two verbs. I don't have another subject here. There's no place I can cut my sentence in half and have two complete sentences. So it is simple. Compound sentence. Two independent clauses joined with a comma, and the a boys, and, but, or, so, and yet. I forgot a comma, please forgive. So these are the only ones, and, but, or, so, yet. There's not other ones. You can memorize those easily, right? And I cleaned the house, yet I didn't wash the dishes today. Here, I clearly have a compound sentence. I have my conjunction here. If I cut in half, I have I cleaned and I didn't wash, two complete sentences. Notice I put the comma before my a boy. Finally, we have a complex sentence. So, in a complex sentence is one independent clause, one dependent clause. Those are dependent clauses. The type that we have looked at so far are called adverb clauses, and they begin with words like because, when, if, while, as soon as. Okay. So, in a complex sentence, you might have the independent clause first. I cleaned the house because my children trashed it. In that case, we do not have a comma. My other choice is to put the sentence in the other order and put my dependent clause first. Because my children trashed the house, I cleaned it. In this case, we put a comma because the dependent clause is first, and we want to see very clearly, here is my main subject. So you did an online quiz where you had to decide what was the sentence, simple, compound, complex, and then add the commas. I want to point out that this quiz, you can take it multiple times. Some of you took it one time with a low score and didn't take it again. So if you're trying to get a good score, you should repeat it. Okay. Question 1 said, simple, compound, or complex? What do you think? The answer is complex because we have, after the storm passed, we have subject, verb, storm passed. It starts with a subordinating conjunction after. And then we have a whole nother clause here, our independent clause. The sun started to shine, subject, verb. Okay, so next. Like I said, our dependent clause was first, so we will choose this option with the comma after the dependent clause before our main subject. Central Park is having a festival of Asian calligraphy, music, and dance. What kind of sentence is this? It is simple. Central Park is our subject. Is having is our verb. We don't have any more subjects or verbs, just one. So what's going on over here? Of. This is a prepositional phrase. And inside our prepositional phrase, we have a list of 3 things. Of Asian calligraphy, music, and dance. So what do we do for the commas? We need to separate the items in our list. So Asian calligraphy, comma, music, and dance. You could put a comma here, but I didn't give you that option, so this one is correct. Simple, compound, or complex? In the morning before class, you need to check the weather report. Did I trick you on this one? I was trying to. This is a simple sentence. In the morning, what is that? Prepositional phrase. Before class, what is that? So if you see the word before, sometimes before introduces a clause, a subject and a verb, like before you go to class, right? That would be a clause, but this is just a prepositional phrase. Before it can be a preposition too. So remember that. Before plus noun. That is definitely a prepositional phrase. Prepositional phrase, and here is my subject. Hello. My computer's a little slow, bear with me. There we go. So, what do we do when we have a prepositional phrase before our subject? We put comma. So in the morning before class, comma, you need to check the weather report. It was an important idea, yet no one was listening to him. Okay, we have yet, so we might have a compound sentence. How do we check? We need 2 complete sentences. It was an important idea. Yep, subject verb. No one was listening. Yep, subject verb. This is a compound sentence. Compound sentences always have the same comma right before the conjunction. My grandfather gave me some advice when I was applying to colleges. Notice that I say some advice with no S. Side note, advice is a non-count noun, so we don't say advices, just some advice. Okay, my grandfather gave me some advice when I was applying to college. I see this when. So let's check it. Do I have a subject and a verb? I do, when I was applying to colleges. So that's going to be a dependent clause, starting with my subordinating conjunction. And over here, my grandfather gave me some advice. That is independent clause. One independent, one dependent means we have complex. What punctuation do we need? When you have independent first, dependent second, no comma. So this is the correct answer. All right, simple, compound, or complex. First of all, farmers do not grow a variety of plants or raise animals. That is definitely simple. Where do we put comma? So, where's my subject? Farmers. I have this introductory phrase at the beginning, first of all. After first of all, I'm going to put a comma, so it's very easy to see my subject. Okay, now we have 2 choices like that, so let's compare. Okay, this one has a comma here. Do we need a comma here? What do you think? No, because this is a list of 2. It's not a compound sentence right here. There's no subject, like they don't raise animals or something, right? It's just 2 verbs, plant and raise. List of 2. Do you need a comma? No, you do not. So this is going to be our correct answer. Farmers douse. They just pour so much on their fields in chemical fertilizers, so the excess seeps into the water supply. Those are good verbs, douse and seep. I like it. Okay, so this sentence is joined with so. So I'm thinking maybe we have compound. Let's check. Farmers douse, subject verb. Excess seeps, subject verb. Yes, we have 2 independent clauses joined with an a boy. So we're going to do compound. Always with a compound sentence, we put our comma before so. I think this one was wrong in the original. I apologize, I did fix it. Cattle live. Cattle is also a non-count noun, so I don't say cattles. Just like we don't say corns, right? Cattle live, corn grows, no S on the noun. Cattle live in feedlots because it is cheaper to feed them corn than grass. I have a because. Now, because of is a prepositional phrase. Okay, so when you see because, if you see because of, think, uh-oh, no, that's preposition. It's not subordinating conjunction. But here I have because it is subject verb. So that is a dependent clause. Over here, independent, cattle live. This is complex. Independent clause comes first. Dependent clause starts with because, comes second, no comma. Are we almost done? Oh, we are done. Great. We got them all right. All right. I hope that was helpful. Make sure you check your answers after watching this video.